How's it going right there, eh? It's Denis here from Danilo's Outdoors. Back up at the off-grid cabin campsite. And I got everything grubbed up there now. I just stuck a 4-corner post up there, some blocks of wood, just to kind of have an idea of the layout. So that is something like 22 feet by 16 feet wide, just to kind of get an idea. So my plan is what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to rent a jackhammer and see if I can knock down that nub right there down about a foot or so. And I only have to go, I like to try to stay at the elevation of that pine tree. So if I can knock that down about a foot or so, I only have to go probably to about here somewhere. And then underneath that corner post, probably 6 to 8 inches down is solid rock. This is all solid rock. It's just there's this one big kind of a high nub on one end. And then on this end here, there's probably 8 inches of earth, and it's solid rock. Probably to about here for sure that I know of. I'm not really sure where that pile of rocks are right now. That would be the other corner post. So what I'm kind of thinking, I got all this kind of organic stuff pushed out of the way right now. And like I was mentioning before, down there, that is all kind of a boggy material and it's really wet. I actually have a lot of cranberries over on that end, so I'm thinking on this end, someday that's where I'm going to build some raised beds, and then all of this organic roots and stuff I'll end up putting in those beds and leave them for a couple of years. So it'll kind of be like a hugelkultur bed style bed, and then I'm going to make paths all in between there with wood chips so I can get out there without getting really wet. And I'll top dress all of the plant beds with wood chips. Yeah, you can see right here, like that solid rock right there. So I'm going to try to work with the rock. Obviously I don't have much of a choice because this is where I wanted to put the cabin. I wanted it to be lined up more north-south, but it's going to be kind of tilted a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, right here is going to be the one side, and then I think once I decide on the size, I think what I'm going to do is right here on this end, kind of where that rock is, I'm going to dig a big trench and I'm going to fill that with large rocks, and then I'll dig a trench this way. It's not going to be all that much, actually. There's only about a foot of material there, and fill all this in with big rocks, and the same as the front later on. So once I have this built up to the same elevation and the width is right, then I'll fill this square foundation or footings or whatever you want to call it with good material. So when I jackhammer all that material, I'll jam it in here in between these big boulders and try to stop any of the material from falling down. And then I'll scrape a lot of the soft stuff out of here and fill this in with really good gravel and try to get myself a good square pad that I can build this cabin on, or skid on, I guess. And then later on, once I have this retaining wall built, I'm going to go on this side and I'll dig a lot of this material out. When I dig this trench, I'll cast over all of that material, and then 5-6 feet out, I want to build another retaining wall, kind of almost where that one is right now. And that is where my overhanging front porch will set on. So that's kind of the plan. The next time I come up here, I think that's what I'll work on. See a couple fish jumping out there. I like to get in here sometime, clean up all these trees and stuff. I'm going to leave that big pine tree for now. I would have liked to have pushed this pile down a little farther, but you know what? I'll worry about that later. And then, like I said, when I come in here in this next little terrace, I'll cut that down and drop it a little bit, and then kind of almost where that cedar stump is, that's where the next retaining wall will be. And then once these rocks here are out of here, I'll scoop that down a little bit so I can get down to this terrace, bottom terrace, and then I'll use this and incorporate this in kind of like the driveway when you come in. So I am going to cut a little road down to my boat dock down to the lake, and I'll be able to come right in here. This will be kind of like a parking area just before the cabin. Kind of I'll have a lower spot right kind of where that big stump is, and then I'll have a set of stairs that you go up onto the veranda, and that'll be the front door. Anyhow, hopefully that makes sense to a lot of people. It may change. I'm not sure right yet. The plan is right now I'm still going to make this on a skid so it's mobile. I'm hearing now that there was some rumors out that the municipality is changing the philosophy and they're going to amend their bylaw and allow people to build cabins. I'm not really sure. I haven't read it yet. Apparently it was in the news in this area. But as of right now, I'm still just going to make this so it's mobile type of thing. Anyhow, I'll probably be heading out here soon. I was over here at the corner intersection, I guess. What I did is I cleared out a little spot in here so that if I come in, I'm going to need that gravel. If I come in with my truck and dump trailer, I can drive this way and then back right up and then dump. Make it a little bit easier. That's the kind of the issue with this raw land, I guess. There's not many places to turn around. It's so heavily treed, and you know the elevations are so up and down and all that kind of stuff. It's a bit of a pain. You know, it actually takes quite a bit just to carve out. This is I don't know, probably a 20, 30 foot circle that I cleared out here. And when I first came and picked this spot, I couldn't even walk through here. There was piles and piles of trees. I had burn piles. I think I had 3 or 4 burn piles, and I had one big burn pile right there, kind of where those rocks are. It actually killed all those trees. Big, huge fires. And I had another one down there, and I had another one over here, just to get rid of the garbage of the trees, shrubs. And you can tell there's a lot of stumps and stuff all through there that I cut. You couldn't even walk in through here. Anyhow, that's kind of what I'm up to right now. Thanks for watching. If you think of it, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that kind of good stuff. That's the end there, eh?